Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with a Let's Chat in lieu of a Fuck Shit Friday, due to the fact that this sinus infection, y'all, is not working. I swear to God, I have been like this for the last 3 days, and I am about to go crazy. I even thought today, because it wasn't so much pressure around my forehead and eye region, that I would be able to go over to my daughter's house a little while today. But child, that is a no bueno. I am going back to bed, but before I do, I had to come in and do a video in honor of Jumpstart January. I'm really trying to make sure that I do each day a video for you guys, because child, look. Shelley wanted to do this too. She actually the one convinced me to do it, but you all who follow me and her know that she did a live not too long ago and her voice was just practically gone. So while she healing up and preparing to go do what it is that she does to be great, I promise that I will continue the Jumpstart January. So each video I do is in honor of my friend, and even though I feel like my head weighs 377 pounds right now, we're going to talk a little shit and swallow a little spit on a Let's Chat, opposed to a full-length me on camera video doing a Fuck Shit Friday or Shit Talking Saturday. Now, as I promised you guys in my last video, I would talk briefly about Black Ink Crew Chicago. I just don't see, until they give me something more, their videos will always be included in my ending week videos. As for Love After Lockup, if my head give me a little break, I will watch it this evening and I'll put it out tonight. But just bear with it, bitch. I'm trying to make sure I get the Jumpstart January going, right? Alright, child. So Black Ink Crew. The only thing I recall that mattered to me was we learned that Ryan has an assistant by the name of, I think her name is Gina or something like that. She a cute little white girl. And immediately you can tell that people in the shop is not feeling her, because they feel in fear, like she gonna come in and she gonna shake the tables. And I wouldn't be surprised if she do, because I'm under the belief that she may actually be messing around with Ryan now. They ain't put that out there, but at the same time, you can tell by the vibe. Also, on that episode, we saw Van return to 9 Mag, and he eventually had a conversation with Ryan that led to him and Ryan apologizing to each other, and I guess he's going to work under the brand again. Lily had a problem with that, and she also had a problem with Don being in the shop, and she had a problem with Gina. As always, Lily wanted to fight. Girl, I am so sick of this girl trying to fight people, and especially when she can't fight worth a damn. That windmilling and shit she do, she can keep that girl. She been got beat up in the hood for real. But basically, Ryan told them they had the deal. You don't like who I got in my shop, you ain't got to be here, because this mine. And that's the attitude he should have. That's the attitude he should have always had. Let me see what else. Like I said, Don is back. Ryan is going to be back up in the building. Child, I don't remember too much more than that. That was the big thing of the episode to me, was the fact that Ryan and Van was able to make peace with one another. Child, didn't Van get deep with Ryan, baby? I loved you. I said, God damn. Okay. Well, love her then. Love her. Love him. I'm glad they made up. But y'all, look, we're going to see as these episodes go on, these people going to all make up with one another. And if you followed Instagram, you knew that anyway. So, I didn't feel like much more needed to be said about them. It was nice to see them make up. I wish Lily Pad would just go somewhere, because I'm sick of her. She always got a problem with somebody. Girl, you the worst thing going, and you always got a damn problem. I just don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Moving along in other news, child. Roseanne Barr now claims that ABC fired her because she's Jewish. A large part of it is anti-Semitism. Excuse me. I got this article out of Yahoo.com, people. I don't know what to say. Roseanne is still not over Roseanne getting canceled. After first blaming Ambien and then her pro-Trump views for ABC decision to X her hit series, the comedian now says it was due to her being Jewish. She said she think it played a part in it. The fact I was never allowed to explain what I meant, what I meant was a commentary on Iran. So they purposely mischaracterized what I said and wouldn't let me explain. She continued on saying that in the haste they did something unprecedented that they've never done to any other artist. At the base of that, I think it's because I'm the most vocal person about Israel and boycott, divestments, and sanction movements, and also known as BDS. The 66-year-old Jewish actress saw Roseanne abruptly canceled in May of 2018 after her tweet about Valerie Jarrett, a former advisor in the Obama administration. Barr insists that the tweet, which equated Jarrett with a Muslim Brotherhood and the Planet of the Apes, wasn't racist, and said her firing had a lot to do with identifying with Israel. You know what? Roseanne need to go sit her ass down somewhere. Girl, you were fired because you tweeted some very racial shit. And you too problematic. At this time, in the climate that we live in today, that kind of stuff is not going to go without recourse. It's going to cause people to get up in arms. And at the end of the day, ABC is all about the almighty dollar. You misrepresented them in a bad way, and they responded by taking your show away. Now, personally, I don't feel one way or the other about it. I really don't. I believe that in life you have to pay for the things that you do. And you're not some little kid who don't know no better. You're not that. You are not that. Sure. I just don't get it. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that, do y'all feel as if, ABC got rid of her because she's Jewish? Or do you feel that ABC got rid of her ass because she was a bad look for the brand, considering the climate we live in? Spewing that kind of racial hate is not going to be profitable for them as a company. That's what I feel happened in this instance, and she needs to stop looking for someone to blame. Blame your damn self, because that's who the hell is at fault for all of your foolishness, honey. For real. In other news, Tierra Marie lost her case. You remember last year she went after 50 Cent for reposting a video and pictures of her having sex with that dude Akbar that she was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood this past season with. Now, she lost. The case was dismissed, and 50 Cent had originally wanted like $161,000 from her. Because she lost this case and failed to prove what she was saying, she has now been ordered to pay his legal fees. See how a lie don't care who it tell it, and karma come back on you in a drop of a dime? Now, I never believed the story. And the reason why I didn't, because it was so much going on. Like, if someone was to put my personal, moment with them on camera and display for the world to see, and it uploads to my page, first of all, you just crossed it with me for simply putting our business out there, and then you hacked my page. I never believed the story. I wanted to believe that Tierra Marie had been done wrong, and this man had somehow controlled her. But as I watched this story, she lost all credibility with me, because simply you can tell that it wasn't that deep. If you were that angry that you would go to Lisa Bloom then why the hell would you still have conversations and sex with this man afterwards? Now, I know, ladies, I know. We get digmatized. Girl, sometimes a good old piece of dick will have your mind all the way gone. I mean, I done lost my mind for about 30 days at a time before, too, so I know. But, girl, to that extent, this man has embarrassed you all down to the social media. So much so that this has become a part of your doggone storyline for the last season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Girl, get over it. You should have dropped that case and left that shit alone and just dealt with the embarrassment if there was, or were you doing this shit for you can get some, have a storyline this past season? CTR, I honestly feel that if you focused on your career, because you got a nice voice, girl, I used to pop you back in the day. Ride down the highway with you blasting up in my damn car. But what I'm trying to understand is, where did we get here? How did we get here? Are you that desperate that you would have put yourself out here on a situation like that? I ain't feeling that, girl. So, because you played a part in your own story, you played a whole part in your video and your pictures being leaked, and you continue to deal with this man after claiming that he did all of this unbeknownst to you, would lead me to believe that you just, the chickens came home to roost for you, girl. You thought you was going to get something out of that. You know what you got out of that? You got your ass in a situation where now you have to pay this man legal fees. Do you got that kind of money, girl? Do you got that kind of money, girl? I would never believe in Tierra. I wanted to, but everything about her story just, and it didn't help that Milan Christopher started busting you out, and that's supposed to be your people's girl. In other news, Paramount Pictures is sending Craig Brewer to direct Coming to America 2, finally bringing the starting gate to the sequel of the 1988 blockbuster comedy. Eddie Murphy is poised to reprise his role as Akeem, the pampered African prince who became bored of potential marriage partners in the kingdom, and in awe of him, who traveled to Queens to undercover and find a woman with a strong will that he could respect. Ain't that something, child? We gonna get a Coming to America too. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be a little worried when it comes to sequels and things like that, because sometimes a classic don't need to be touched. Just leave it a classic. But I'm kind of excited about seeing what they gonna do with Coming to America too. Plus, that's one of my favorite comedy movies, child. I want to know what they doing. I want to know what they're going to be able to do. I'm also kind of excited about the Bad Boys, too. I wasn't no big Bad Boys fan, but I did watch it. And it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to be able to come up with. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they comes up with. Child, Kim Kardashian West showed off a diamond grills in a social media post recently. Now, honey... I don't even know what to say about that girl. Let me just read the article to you guys. Reality star Kim Kardashian West showed off a new set of diamond grills for her teeth on Friday via social media post, displaying the iced-out bottom row and diamond cross between her two upper front teeth. New grills she captured in the post on Instagram and Twitter. Girl. Why? Why? I can't figure out why, y'all. This is the same woman that had so-called scaled down on flashing what she got because she was robbed. Now, I don't understand what the purpose of the gold grill is, but child, whatever. To me, it's just more appropriating black culture, but I'm done with that shit. I'm done with it, girl. I'm done with it. I don't know why I didn't look up that shit about Tommy Lee, because I heard that she had been indicted on the child abuse charges that she received, and then she could face quite a bit of time in jail if convicted on that. Then I heard about her hooking back up with Scrap De Leon. Girl, I don't know the whole story, so I ain't gonna say much, but I'll tell you this. If their relationship was in real life anyway it portrayed out on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I don't know why they fooling with each other again. Toxic and toxic don't make nothing but more toxicity. That's it. Now, like I said, I wasn't going to hold y'all too long because my head is hurting. And I did want to give y'all a little piece of me the best way I know how. So, child, let's continue on. Child, since Lifetime premiered that Surviving RKelly as is feeling all the heat. He got celebrities denouncing him. He turned 52 without much hurrah, like it has been in past years. Trust me, I know they go hard for kills in the past years when his birthday rolled around. They didn't do as much as they usually do now. They say the man having panic attacks and saying that the world is against him. Where's the lie? To me, he done come to, and now he done came face to face with Chicago PD. Oh, don't get excited yet, bitch. Here's the story. TMZ reported that the Cook County State Attorney's Office received an anonymous tip that 2 women were being held hostage. So they received another tip that he was at his Trump Tower residence. Now, pause. I told y'all, I broke and rich broke ain't the same. Could you stay in the Trump Towers? Anywho, 5 cops apparently allegedly showed up, and had Kelly escorted to another room while they spoke to each female. They both stated that they are there by choice and no foul play has occurred. The 2 women were Azriel Clary and Jocelyn Savage. Cook County State Attorney's Office has urged victims of R. Kelly to come forward. There's a victim hotline set up, and apparently since they announced that, they have been getting a lot of calls. Now, as a parent, as our children grow up, sometimes they make decisions that are not so good for them. I want to pinpoint Jocelyn first, okay? We're going to go with Jocelyn first, because when Jocelyn first encountered this man, she was in college. And I'm sure that, like most girls, she saw that he is internationally famous. He's rich, or was very rich at that time, and he could provide her with things that maybe her mom and daddy just simply couldn't. And she was wooed. Now, on his end, as an adult, if he in fact thought like an adult, which we know that he don't think on the level of adult, that don't give him no excuse for what he did, but nevertheless, he still has issues himself. He's a broken individual. He is a individual of lesser intelligence in some areas, okay? He is an abused person. He's a broken person, okay? So, even though he's all of that, he still had the power to say, you know what? She may be legal, but I'm not going to mess with her. But he chose to. And she chose to go along with him. Although it may be very disheartening for these people's parents to accept the fact that they're now really adult age children, have made a decision to stick with a man that the world says is a monster now, including his own daughter. But what can you do? Y'all can come up with all of this stuff. At the end of the day, slandering his name don't mean shit. I'm looking for the person that's gonna come forward and give me something that's concrete enough to where when they take it to, I don't want them taking it to Lifetime. Don't take it to the Shade Room. Don't take it to TMZ. Take that evidence, whatever there may be out there, and go to the police. If you can't do that, then all this is a modern day witch hunt. And one that he'll eventually survive, because I've said before, the man is truly the Pied Piper. That man gonna sing a song and have so many people forgetting all that negative shit they saying down on social media. And that ain't what should happen. What this should do is serve to help him get some help for himself. If we can't get him criminally on nothing, then can he please just be somebody in his camp, encourage him to go get help? That's what I'm saying. At this point, the savages might as well stop sending the police to do wellness checks on these girls, because each and every time these girls are going to stand up from him. And I don't know if this is because of the Stockholm Syndrome situation, or if these girls are really wanting to do this. Because, see, I once was young and I was doing this kind of junk, and I wasn't, my parents weren't trying to look for me like that, but I was getting phone calls, and I didn't move and leave the situation and go back home to my children until I was ready to. That's not good. But that's my truth, people. I wasn't under no Stockholm Syndromes at all. I was on Digmatized and Living Good. That shit'll make you do some stuff. So I think what should happen is, I can't tell a parent when to give up on their child, but maybe y'all need to back up a little bit, because if you continue to do this, you're hurting your case, because now you're looking like you're harassing the man. Now, he may not be, you may see him as the slime of the earth, especially after that last week premiere all weekend of women saying that they, endured and survived his abuse and torture. I feel like at this point, somebody needs to, come up with something that's going to be able to be taken to the courts and get him tried and possibly convicted. If you don't have that, then why y'all keep telling these stories? And I'm just confused as to why is everybody so willing to tell the Shade Room, Lifetime, and all these other media outlets and bloggers your story, but ain't none of y'all taking y'all ass down to the police department. Ain't nobody going down to the district attorney's office in Cook County or in Georgia. Remember, we only hold people accountable for so long, and it's a terrible thing, but that's the truth. Stop trying to slander the dude and take your ass down to the police station with your evidence and get something done. Otherwise, go get therapy just like he need to. And if you are a friend of his close to him, if he's not going to be convicted, at least you can do is try to save what's left of his life, which is by helping him get some help for this. Hurt people. I understand he was abused for quite some time as a young child, and that altered him for good. Especially considering the fact it was supposedly done by someone who was related to him. I can only imagine what that must feel like. Matter of fact, I know what that feel like, because I shared with you all on my live that I, too, am a survivor of child molestation. On Patreon, I'm going to tell you how I'm a survivor of rape. But I ain't putting it over here. That'll be on Patreon coming soon. Probably, if not this weekend, the first of next week. Something need to happen here other than we coming out with these stories every damn week and celebrities denouncing him. And let me just say something about that shit. A lot of these celebrities that are denouncing him now, I don't want to deal with him no more, he's bad people, bitch, fuck you. Because half of y'all knew. Because half of y'all are involved in the same type of fool or fuckery. I'm not impressed. Everybody know that Hollywood has a very dark side. And you don't know how many of your faves. See, we on RKelly ass right now. But how many of y'all faves is involved in this very same thing? And they on Instagram and Twitter talking shit and swallowing spit on this dude's name. For real. You don't know what these people do behind the scenes. There's a very, very dark side. And the only person I've seen on YouTube that has even bothered to have been brave enough to even touch on the secret side, the secret society that lies inside of Hollywood is goddamn Lovely T2002. And they be on her ass. They be trying to demonetize her shit and get her shit taken down. She had to re-upload but edit out a whole lot of real pertinent information just to be able to get the word out that everything ain't as it appears in Hollywood. And if some of y'all really want to just go deep and think, y'all are critical thinkers, think about it. It's something backing RKelly. I don't give a damn how much evidence people come out. Now, they ain't going to the courts, and I got a problem with that, but shit, they are speaking out now. My thing is, notice that all this shit, this man, we seen this man on the whole videotape. Told y'all, personal feelings aside, this is business when I'm on these YouTube streets, okay? No matter how much evidence, how many people have come out and said this and said that over the years, nothing happens to RKelly. And right now, though, it seems like the weight of the world is on his shoulders. Everybody turning against him. But notice the most important thing is not being said. He ain't on trial for shit. He ain't been tried for shit. They fucking with him. But it ain't yielding anything. It's just harassing him because right now people telling y'all to harass him because of the documentary. And it killed me how many people act like this the first time they ever heard anything about him. Child, please. Now, for the millennials, y'all might not know. Well, welcome to what we've been knowing since, shit, 93. We all played a part in the building of this man. Everybody that ever listened to his shit, anybody that went to a concert, we all played a part of it. Because some of us knew him on a different level and didn't see that being who the fuck he was. Personally, I feel like if people can come against me and say some of the things they done said about me, and it just not be true, but the world believed it, at least some of the world, you know, my world believed it, at least I can give him the benefit of the doubt. That's where I was. And that may be where a lot of y'all have been. Maybe you have been in a situation where it seemed like everybody against you for no damn reason and the facts are not there, but people still believe the bullshit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, if you're gonna keep these stories up, fuck all these stories. Go to the police. Tell me through the law. Tell me that way. Because you just doing video after video or getting online or going to this radio station and this TV station telling your story, it's not really doing a whole lot. It's just a lot of slandering of the name. But how long will this be a hot topic? The minute this is no longer a hot topic, Ben will go back to doing what he want to do. If you really want to make a change and you can't get him criminally, somebody close to him who has all this influence with him needs to be saying something. And like I said, at the end of the day, y'all better think about it. Who is backing this man? Because why does he keep walking away? Motherfuckers just like him with more power. That's who doing it. Moving the hell along. Love and Hip Hop stars Joel Santana and Kimbella Vanderheet tied the knot in a private ceremony in New York Thursday night. Congrats. Now, I ain't been keeping up with Love and Hip Hop New York no more than watching Ashley Miller reviews. But, you know, I kind of hate all this is occurring during a time of strife for them. They going through a lot because remember, in December of 2018, he was sentenced to 27 months in prison for trying to bring a loaded gun onto a plane. Now, you can check out page 6 for more information if you don't know about that situation. But I am happy that she finally got the ring, I guess, child. Congratulations to them. Y'all favorite stupid ass YouTuber Logan Paul is under fire again. He made a remark about his New Year resolution for 2019 during his podcast, Impulsive. The 23-year-old asked, and his co-hosts explained that they were going to try a new resolution each month, starting with Sober Vegan January and Fatal February. They would do the opposite, meaning drink plenty of beers and eat steaks. And, they went on to say for the month of March, they would do man-only March, meaning they would attempt to go gay for 1 month. Now, y'all know the LGBT community lost their ever-loving goddamn mind. Baby, if the black community stood together the way that LGBT community did, baby, we would be a force to be reckoned with. We could get some shit done. Do you understand me? Well, child, they offended, and they let his ass know that via Twitter. To which he only apologized and said that he used a poor choice of words and offered to have an open discussion with them on the next podcast. Meaning that, yeah, I talk about this. I'm going to say what I need to say. Y'all come on over to the podcast so I can make coin. Child, that young boy is something else. He is so misguided. He is misguided as hell. I forgot. I don't even have my notes for it, but I remember I was told y'all gonna come back and talk about Love After Lockup. I was gonna tell y'all that Nyca in jail, and so is damn Matt. I forgot what Nyca in jail for, but I know Matt is in jail, I think, for something dealing with a car. I don't know if he stole Caitlin's car at one point and was driving under a suspended license. I don't know, but I'm gonna look that up, and I'll come back and I'll throw that up in your faces too a little bit. But yeah, that was pretty much. I don't want to do a whole lot, y'all. My head is really hurting. Like right now, I'm holding my head in my hand. So they let me know that I've come to an end of yet another edition of a Let's Chat, aka Fuck Shit Friday. The condensed version, child. This is the condensed version. This also completes my Jumpstart January day. I think what is this, day 12? I don't know. It'll be in the description title of this video, child. It'll be there for you. Anyway, that's it. That's all, y'all. Please remember the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate this video because ratings get me recognized on these YT streets. Comment down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about any of the subjects that we discussed today. Subscribe to my channel for the free 99. Also hit your notification bell button so that each and every time that I'm down here on these YT streets or go live from this channel, you will be notified and you have the option to come over. I will try to see y'all back later on for Love After Lockup. If not, child, I will be back tomorrow. I got to let this head just lay on a pillow for a little while. This is heavy. I'm out.